Yo, 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 what's happening, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great Friday. This week's actually just gone so quickly. I don't know about you guys, but this week has gone so quickly. Um, and yeah, it's been quite an interesting week. I mean, if we do have a look at bubbles, we can chat about it quickly. On the week, it's a bit of a mix. It's a bit of a mixed bag, right? So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is what I'm looking at. I mean, on the week, we can see that a lot of coins did actually dump quite hard, and this is on a Friday. So you can see that, obviously we still have 2 more days until the weekly closure, but yeah, it's quite a big pullback on most altcoins, and then obviously some coins like CFX. I do want to quickly go over CFX as well. Make sure you guys remind me about that one because ENA and CFX, these are the two coins that I'm actually looking at for longs today. But there's a lot of coins that are sitting at like really key levels. So I want to speak about why I'm looking at longs more so now than yesterday. And remember yesterday, I mean on Wednesday, I was saying, guys, we waiting for a pullback, right? I was telling you guys exactly we're waiting for more of a pullback, and that's exactly what we got, right? It's all about being patient in this market, and now we need to capitalize on what's actually happening, okay? So I want to go over all the altcoins. I'm going to go over what coins that I'm actually looking at to trade today. So it's gonna be very interesting. So let's get straight into it. First of all, let's chat about Bitcoin. I mean, obviously Bitcoin did break below that key level, guys. It was forming this kind of wedge formation, right? And then this morning we actually did just get the breakdown. So to me, this is looking a little bit more on the bearish side for Bitcoin. But bear in mind that we do have this key level here that price is literally at right now, okay? So this could act as a bounce level, right? That's something to watch out for. So this level could act as a bounce level for Bitcoin. But personally, I kind of want to see price come down a little below. I'll be honest with you. I want to see price come down to like 113, which is pretty much your previous high. It's also the fib retracement from this low over here to this previous high. So it's a 0.65 retracement from this low over here to this high. I do have a target of like 134k for Bitcoin, which is like the, once we do obviously consolidate and, potentially break out here, that's going to be like the end of target, right? But yeah, for now, on the 4 hour time frame, breaking that key level here is obviously not a good sign, for the bulls. But we do obviously have to hold this level right now, which is something we are doing. Right now. So longs off this level is valid. You can have a tight stop, just below these levels here. But I'm more looking at potentially coming down a little bit lower. But we'll go into why this could potentially be a bounce zone on the lower time frame. So if we look at the 1 hour, I'm actually gonna go straight to the 15-minute time frame. Alright, so if we go down to the 15, because on the 1 hour it's just going to show us just a bit of wicks, right? So I'm going to just analyze on like the 5 minute and the 15 minute, just because of we're just forming a new range right now, because we've had this dump, right? So what needs to happen now is we need to consolidate, right? Or we need to form like a new range, and then what we can do is like play a potential breakout. So you would rather go to the lower time frames than the higher time frames, because if you're on the higher time frames, there's not much price action that's printed, right? But on the lower time frames, you'll be able to see the consolidation, if that makes sense. So if we look at the 5 minutes here, the 15 didn't really give us much. I mean, to be honest with you guys, it's kind of just stuck in a bit of a range here. It is holding this level here. It is holding this low over here, which is, yeah, I mean, that just got quite a nice bounce off that level, I'll be honest with you. We are still holding this level here. I mean, for continuation, guys, to the upside, we would have to take out this level here. So we would have to take out this level right over here. Whoops. There we go. So yeah, for bullish continuation, guys, like for Bitcoin to like actually start to rip from this level, I need to see price get above this level here, like on the 5 minute at least. This is on the 3 minute time frame, but on the 5 minute time frame, I need to see price get above here for continuation. I just don't like what's happening here for Bitcoin, because the thing is, we came up, retested this level, came straight back down to support, right? Came up, broke this level, came back to retest this level again, which is showing it's a strong level. Don't get me wrong. But I do think that, potentially we could break this level today. The more we test this level, the weaker it becomes. and there's a potential for more downside. So I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines right now. I'm more focused on like the altcoins, because Ethereum, if we have a look at Ethereum quickly, this was my thought process yesterday. I honestly thought once we broke above this level here, so we broke this high, right? So that was your change of character essentially, but we didn't break this high over here. Like I was looking for long off this 1 hour close, but can you see how the problem is? I was waiting for the 1 hour candle to close literally above here, and then we could have taken long to this 3764. But because we closed like up here, the risk to reward is not great, and your target is literally just here, and your stop loss would have to be like below this low here. So the reason why I didn't post that trade is because the target was really, really small. Unless we got the retest here, that's something to look at. But I just the only thing that I'm not really liking about Ethereum right now is we back below this level now. We did break this previous low over here. I want to see Ethereum start closing back above. I would call it here at 3,683. If we start closing back above this level here on the 1 hour time frame, then I would be confident that we are most probably going to continue higher, especially with this 1 hour candle looking quite. It's a doji candle, which means indecision, but getting a bullish close like this, because the 1 hour candle is about to close in 8 minutes, right? So getting a bullish close like this with the doji candle can confirm that potentially there is more strength in the market right now, than selling pressure, right? But I mean, if you look at the 15 minutes, you can also look for the breakout, right? Let's have a look at that. So if we go down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see, okay, well, we have this potential level here for a potential breakout, and that would confirm potential upside, and that's exactly what I'd wait for, right? So can you see how let me just remove this. We're converting our horizontal support here, right? Horizontal resistance / support right over here. We're converting that, we're converting that into our diagonal resistance, right? So when you get two confluence, when you break above both, then that would confirm that I would probably just go long off this level here, potentially back up to 3,800, and this level, okay? But the thing is, right now we have to wait for price to close above this level. We are still below key levels. We did like potentially break structure over here. We haven't really broken this previous high. Everything is pointing that we can come down. But in terms of breaking structure or like breaking, we need a price to close above this level here, close above this trend line, break these highs. Then we look for that bullish continuation for Ethereum, okay? So that's something I'm looking at for Ethereum on the 15-minute time frame. So this can be like a short-term scalp for the day. And I do think that we could potentially get it. But Ethereum is obviously making some moves compared to Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin dominance be breaking that local support. What do you guys think of CRV? ETH is looking super strong. So this is something I'm looking at for the day, guys, for Ethereum. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Like potentially we can take it in the live stream as well, because we will be live for a while. So potentially we could take it even in the live stream. But we'll have to wait to see on these closes. But the problem is, like, even on the 5 minutes here, you can see our price is just getting smacked by this level over here. So we need to close above there. It just makes sense, right? We close above there, we look for continuation longs to the upside. I mean, your first TP would definitely be at these highs, and then your next TP potentially higher level around about here. Okay, just be careful with longing right now. I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm all about waiting for the candles to close. If I don't really see that, I don't really take the trade. I'm not really a reaction trader, so I won't really take a trade based on like a key level. I would wait for price to like either close above that level or like break structure. That's kind of my thing, right? Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance before we go into like the other altcoins, because I think that's important to have a look at first. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I mean, that's that level, right? It was 61.5, 61.6. I've got the similar level there, I guess. I don't know what that level is. I think it's just the fib. I mean, we were calling that top of there for a while now. But I mean, I was expecting for it to get a little bit higher. But honestly, what I like about Bitcoin dominance, I honestly think that it's the top's in. I mean, I think it definitely is. We just broke this previous low over here, guys. So this structure has been broken to the downside. You can see over here, price did obviously break this low. We are retracing back for a bit of a retest of that level, and we are coming back down, which is why the altcoins are looking a little bit better right now whilst Bitcoin is coming down, right? So we kind of need to just focus on that. You know, like I said, I do think that Bitcoin, you know, could bounce from this level, of course. But we do have to just wait for these candles to close, because it's a little bit sketchy right now in terms of taking trades just based on these levels. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance does look like it wants to come down. I can't really say much more. I mean, the really key thing is breaking this massive weekly trend, right? I mean, this is obviously drawn incorrectly. Don't know what this is about. It's actually like right over there. So if we close this, that'll be interesting. Like, if we had to close this weekly candle below this trend line over here, I think, you know, then old season, I think everything is just gonna pop, right? So we super close to that. Just be careful right now. I don't get shaken out by this altcoin dump. You know, we can potentially take out lows, and I want to go over a lot of altcoins because I haven't posted any setup today because of the fact that I think we can come a little bit lower, and I'll be honest, like, and I don't want to be in the trade when we like trying to take out stop losses and stuff. You want to take the trade once we've grabbed liquidity, right? So that's why I haven't posted a setup today. I do think we should bounce, but we'll go over it. Let's go over curve. Yeah, CRV, bro. I was looking at this long yesterday. So if you guys remember the analysis yesterday, I was looking for long once we got that closure above that level. And then it came down, retested, even tapped like TP2, and then, you know, it came all the way back down, and it's just looking bullish, right? So CRV, like I said, do you guys remember what I said? I said if price does hold above this level, we should see upside continuation, and honestly, it's looking really bullish there. It's looking really bullish there for CRV. If we close above this previous high over here, we could potentially see more upside. I didn't take this trade. It was just like super chopped. Like we got the close. We tried to take out these lows. We did end up closing back above, but this whole little chop, it just wasn't really clear to me for a setup, right? I'd rather take a trade where it's just like, you know, we get that continuation straight away, or you know, we either hit stop loss, right? I don't like it when my trades just, you know, sit at entry price, and then, you know, I prefer if they just go straight away, because my strategy is more of like a breakout strategy, right? So yeah, CRV does look good. I mean, we still stuck between. It's just a massive range if you have to look at this on a higher time frame perspective, right? We just pretty much stuck in a whole big fat range, right? So there's nothing bearish about this. Everything's pointing to the upside. I think CRV is a good investment for longs. I mean, for spots, even at this price. You know, we've had a massive run up. This could be the accumulation for the next move to the upside, you know, potentially. CRV definitely looks like it wants to take out these highs to the left here. Have a look. So we have these highs. We do want to. It does look like it wants to take out these highs. And then, you know, CRV obviously has a lot more ways to go. This thing got smacked in the bear market. So it's at $1. You know, it was at like $19-20 back in the day. It even went back up to like $6. So I mean, if you want to be looking to hold it back up to this level, I don't think it will get there, but maybe, you know, looking at a 600% move from the current price. But yeah, definitely one of the stronger tokens right now, CRV. But we can't really do much here. We at resistance. The one token I do want to quickly go over before I jump into your recommendations, guys, is ENA. Like, I was looking at this long yesterday for ENA because we did actually break out, guys. So we did break out of this massive, guys. Check how big this channel is, right? We literally broke out yesterday. We did retest, but it pumped straight away off the open, right? You know, this was last night, and then as we got the daily open, it just started pumping off the open. So you didn't, like, I mean, unless we were in Asia, we couldn't really get the setup. I was looking at this yesterday though, because we did break these previous highs over here. So we broke this previous high. We took out the lows, manipulated the lows. Just looking super bullish right now. So hopefully, like, if we can maybe get an entry today, what I'd look for is, you know, if somehow we can get back into this level here, I would love to see. I would love to see how price reacts in this level on the lower time frames, like the 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, let's see what happens, because this is your previous resistance slash support. It's also fair value gap. A lot of people, you know, it depends on how you want to call it. But what you want to look for here is you just want to wait for price to give you some type of reaction within these zones, right? So I want to see price like manipulate this level, close bullish back above, and then look for the long continuations on the break of this previous high, right, on the lower time frames. Okay. So that's what I'd look for ENA, because we obviously are really bullish, like on the daily time frame, super bullish, guys, for ENA, looking like it wants to continue higher, even back up to like 0.7, like looking super strong. So you want to capitalize on tokens like this, but this is when you have to go down to the lower time frame and wait for these sweeps to happen, and then you get into longs. Okay. So I will be waiting for this one as well for the day. So ENA is definitely on my radar for the day. So I'm gonna put an alert there, guys, just so we get alerted on that one. Also have a look at AVO Soul Chain 2.6 money, amazing tech and narrative. I'll have a look at that as well. Guys, if you just joined, welcome to the channel. If you don't understand what's happening here, we do a live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on this channel. Potentially do take trades as well within the live streams as well, but it depends on the day. And then I do want to quickly speak about joining the community. I do have the links in the description, guys, of the video. But basically, guys, what I like to do is I like to give up setups for the day. So like Solana, we're gonna go over Solana just now. But what I'll do is I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking at, and then throughout the day, if price does actually like hit my level or like hold my level, then I'll post an updated trade idea within the easy setups over here. Okay, so I'll post all of the setups here from, like, if I'm looking at a long, like this was the OP long, right? Looking for a long, took the long, and then I'll give you the TPs and all of that within the easy setup. So normally what I'll do is I'll try like give you guys a potential setup for the day, and then you can kind of like eye it out, and then if it does come into play, then I will obviously post the setup in easy setup. So make sure you guys do join that if you are obviously new. But yeah, let's get straight into it, right? I want to speak about Solana. Solana's looking juicy. I'm just skeptical, guys, right now. I'll be honest with you. Have a look at Solana, right? What can you see about Solana that looks interesting? Tell me what can you see about Solana that looks interesting? I can see that, well, Solana is looking bullish, right? There's nothing bearish about Solana. This retracement is quite hard. It's quite a deep one. We did somehow close back below this level over here, but we do also have this resistance over here that we have been respecting. And you can't ignore that we do also have this, right? We have multiple. Let me just draw this quickly. We have. I don't know what happened there. I think it's working again. I don't know. The stream stopped for a second. Not too sure what happened there. It should be fine though. But yeah, what I was saying was, so Solana has been holding this upward sloping trend line for multiple days, right? This is literally been since 33 days, right? So for 4 months and 3 days, price has been holding this level here, guys. So what I'm trying to say is, we do obviously have to acknowledge that this is a strong level, and closing below this level would just be insane, right? It would confirm that price is no longer holding this uptrend and wants to come down lower. So can you just take the trade like right now based on just holding the trend line? Like personally, I would never do that. But you have more chance of going long here than going short, because we are in bullish structure, right? You do have more probability to go higher, but what I need to see is I need to start seeing price start getting back above like these levels here, or I need to see like a change of character, or like on the 15 minutes, or like a break of structure, right? So what I would want to see now, I mean, if you go into the lower time frames on Solana, you can see, okay, well, potentially we can look for like a bit of a breakout over here, because if the reason why I like to draw trend lines and I like to confluence them with potential support and resistance flips, that is the only way I'll take the trend line trade, right? So basically we have support over here, we have previous highs that are sitting right over here, right? So we have a previous high sitting over here, we have another previous high sitting over here, and then another high sitting over here. Okay, so why am I doing that? Well, basically, in order for like structure to change, you need to start breaking like these swing highs, right? Otherwise, the whole structure of the market could still continue downwards, right? Because right now, if you look in the lower time frames, there's nothing really bullish about what's happened over here, right? This is all bearish structure, right? It's all showing us, okay, well, market's still retracing, but once we start breaking previous highs, like if we start breaking this high over here and we start getting back above support, then we can look to take trades back up to these highs, right? And that's only once we start breaking above this trend as well. So you can like put in a trend line as well to have a confluence that, you know, we are also breaking trend plus we're breaking previous highs as well. So I'll be looking at a long over here if we do obviously break out. But the thing is, I can't really long now. Like it doesn't make sense for me to long now when the whole structure is looking bearish. You know what I mean? Beautiful head and shoulders on Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I know. What's up, Oz? What's up? Welcome, guys. I don't think Sol is a good play for the cycle. Yeah, as well. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Solana is a good play as well. If you've been watching or if you've been in the Telegram for a long period of time, you'll know that I've actually sold all my Solana. I've sold all my Solana for Ethereum, and the biggest reason why I did that was literally because of this chart over here. I literally sold all my Solana for Ethereum at literally over here once. So this is the Solana to Ethereum chart, guys. And basically, it's basically the same as Ethereum to Bitcoin, just it's like Solana to Ethereum. So basically, if Ethereum's price goes up compared to Solana, this will dump, right? So what I was looking at, literally, this was like a couple weeks ago. I sold all my Solana right over here. Once we got the weekly close below this trend line, I knew that, okay. You can even see right now, Solana tried to pump within that ETH rally, but ETH actually created this massive top wick compared to Solana, right? And you can see we even took out the highs. So it's showing that Solana is actually super weak right now compared to Ethereum. We've created a massive top wick, and if this candle can flip bearish, then I do think that ETH is more of the play right now. I hate Ethereum. I don't think it's a good token, but it's more of a play right now than Solana, right? Because of this chart, and mainly just based on this chart. This chart will show you everything. I don't know, like I know a lot of people think that, you know, Solana is going to the moon and all that, but there's just way better projects out there right now. Solana is just, it's already had its run, right? You know, when it was at like $6, $12, and then it pumped to $200 and something. You know, like I mean that was even pre-bull market, right? So yeah, Solana's pretty much had its run, and this chart will show you everything. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm already out of Solana. I did buy Solana at like $12 though, when we did get that massive crash, back in the day, right? Literally, I think I bought it on this dump here. Everyone was telling Solana's going to zero. We had this massive head and shoulders over here, and I just kept buying like in these levels, yeah. That was 2022, 2020, yeah. And then we just ranged for so long, and then we had that pump. Anyway, yeah, but that's why I just think Solana right now, in terms of spots, just like not really something I'm interested in. But in terms of futures trading, like we can just trade based on the chart, right? So for long today, guys, I will be looking for potential long if we do break above this level. But you know, if Solana somehow closes below this trend line over here on the 4-hour time frame, I mean, that would be terrible, right? We could bring the fib from this low to this high over here. You know, we can even come back down to potentially 1.166 over here, and even like 155, I guess. But let's see what happens. I mean, structure is still in an uptrend. Lower time frames is definitely bearish though. But yeah, let's see. So these are the levels you'll probably look for Solana. If we do break this 0.382, obviously acting as support as well, plus the trend line, you know, it could easily bounce from this level. So like I said, just wait for the 15-minute candle to close above this previous level over here, and then we go long. Okay, 181. 181. Alright, so that's something I'm looking at for Solana. What other tokens are you guys looking at? Let me know. Sol's macro bearish. Yeah, I know. Can you look at Ethereum? Yeah, sure. SWE will have its time this run. Better tech than Sol, not yet pumped. Will be a good macro swing short when yeah, exactly. I agree. I do agree as well. All right, so we're gonna look at Ethereum quickly. Let's have a look at Ethereum. I think everyone wants to look at Ethereum. We did actually look at Ethereum in the beginning, but if you guys weren't here, let's go back to Ethereum. I think Ethereum right now is, we definitely need to keep our eyes on Ethereum. We can't sleep on Ethereum right now because of the fact that ETH is just looking relatively bullish compared to most other altcoins. Okay. So let's have a look here on the 4-hour time frame. So basically, guys, on the 4-hour time frame, Ethereum is still holding this previous support. First of all, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 candles closed respecting this level here, showing you that, okay, well, this support is definitely strong. Can it be broken? Of course it can be broken. But showing you that price is holding this level. But the problem is that what I don't like, the only problem that I don't like about this Ethereum chart is yesterday we couldn't break above this previous high over here. And that shows me signs of rejection, guys. I'll be honest with you, not breaking highs like this is showing us that we can potentially come back down lower over here, potentially. You know. So it's gonna be a tricky one. I was hoping we could have broken this high and then we look for the longs on the retracement, because the problem is, like, when you don't break a high like in an uptrend, and the price comes down and retraces, you know, there might be a way deeper retracement because you didn't break the high. You haven't confirmed that, you know, price wants to go higher, right? So when you get rejected by this level, not closing above this wick over here, it's telling us that there's a massive rejection happening, and sellers are stepping in at that level, okay? So I'm a little bit cautious right now on Ethereum. We are obviously stuck in a smaller range here, very, very hard to trade, but the only scenario I have today for Ethereum is just playing the breakout on the 50-minute time frame, right? So right now, I want to see price get above, you know, 3,683. If somehow we can get above that level today on the 1-hour time frame or the 50-minute time frame, I'll potentially look at a long. Okay. So I want to see price get above this level here, then we look for continuation longs. The reason why it has to be this level is because that's your previous high over here. That is your previous support. That is also this previous high over here. So once you start breaking also your diagonal resistance over here, plus your horizontal support / resistance, we just should see continuation to upside. But like I said, I don't like the longs right now. It just, for me, it doesn't make sense to just take a long right now when we could even break this previous high. So I'm a bit cautious right now, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm sitting on the sidelines waiting for more of a dump here. Yeah, it's a little bit sketchy what's happening in the market right now. We have to be careful. We do have to be careful. But yeah, that's my Ethereum play. Let's have a look at SUI. SUI. That would be amazing. No worries. Thanks so much for joining, Nico. Thanks to everyone for joining. If you guys are enjoying the stream, just give it a slap. Put the the like button on. That'll be amazing. But let's chat. Check it. Curve, guys. Curve's actually pumping again, like we spoke about earlier. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if Curve somehow breaks out of this massive consolidation, yeah, you know, it's going straight to all-time highs. Well, not all-time highs, but previous highs since last year, which will be crazy. But a lot of people want to look at SUI, right? So let's have a look. Let's have a look at SUI. Yeah, so guys, this is so this is my thoughts on SUI. I'm also looking for longs today. I think I posted this today as well. So I like the look of SUI. I'll be honest with you. I like the look of SUI. The reason why I like the look of SUI is because it just looks super clean. Like, the chart just feels amazing. You know, we obviously had this massive breakout over here. Okay, we had that breakout over there if we draw that trend line correctly. But also, this was our previous swing high, right? So can you see how price was trading below this level? Then we got that massive breakout, right? That massive move to the upside. And then right now, price is consolidating above this level. So what you want to do is you want to go down to lower time frames and start looking for like breakup trends, right? This is when this is how you can look for trades in this type of market. When price is holding above a previous swing high, you want to look for like your current structure and draw like potential trend lines just on the highs to see if we obviously do break out, right? So if price does obviously hold this level here for SWE, you know, I'll be looking at a potential long off this level here. I'll be honest with you, it looks super clean. I don't think we break below here. If we somehow break below this upward sloping trend line here, then you know, it'll be very interesting, because the problem is right now, I don't know why my laptop keeps doing that. Anyway, so the problem is right now we are still holding like, we are still, my bad. Okay. We are still holding support, which is something to look at, right? We are still holding support right over here. But the thing is, like I said, I am still thinking, you know, we take out these lows again, yeah. Because if you look at the 1 hour time frame and the lower time frames, yeah, there's just nothing really telling us we're gonna bounce. We need more price action to form, okay. But the scenario here would be just waiting for a break over here for continuation, right? And it would confirm, because basically you'd be breaking previous highs over here as well, because we broke this high over here. This could be a retracement as well for a potential move up, and then you look for the longs off that break of the high, okay. But I think SWE is a good buy for spot right now. I'm just very skeptical with the market right now in terms of looking for longs right now. I want to see previous levels getting broken first, because that's what happens, right? Liquidation heat map. Let's have a look to see where Bitcoin. Well, let's have a look at SWE, for instance, right? Like, let's have a look at SWE and see where the liquidity is sitting. I don't even know if they have it. Okay, they do. Okay, so we have 3.57, 3.57489. 3.57489. Where's that? Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I'm really looking for, right? I want to see price sweep these lows. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Alright. So yeah, so all the liquidity is sitting here, guys. So we have a big chunk of liquidity that needs to get taken first, right over here. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is looking like a bit of a breakdown, I'll be honest here. Let's actually go down to the 5 minute, potentially a short. Oh no, the 5, we did have a invalidation there. Anyway, so what I think is gonna happen here for SWE is we potentially we're gonna break below this trend over here on the lower time frame. We come down, take out all of these lows over here, potentially even take out this low, close bullish back above this level, then we look for the longs off that close. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Type 1 if that makes sense, because basically, if like I don't think we just pump off this level. Like there's nothing really happening here. Like we haven't grabbed that much liquidity. We haven't even attempted to take out these lows yet. So I'm a little bit skeptical, right? So I want to see price take out these lows. You know, we do know that there is liquidity sitting at around about, you know, 357,489, which is pretty much within this area. So, you know, I think that we can get there first. I think price hits that level first, and then potentially get that bounce for continuation, which is something we can look at for longs, because I do think we do get a bounce off this level. I'll be honest with you guys. This is a super strong previous high level. You know, this is a resistance level that has been held multiple times within the last couple of days. So we also had a resistance here, then we had that massive breakout. So it's a very strong level, but maybe we come down a little bit more before we get that push up. Okay, so I think SWE is a good one at the moment. What kind of D heads have liquidation levels that's high? Yeah, I know, exactly. Like, I don't understand yeah, I mean, you have to give yourself some room, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a trade, like, I understand, like, having tight stop losses, but yeah, I mean, this is a bit too tight. I guess it's below this previous low. That's what people do, and that's why a lot of people retail do get rinsed, because you know, institutions and love to grab that liquidity. Okay, well, let's have a look here. So we are getting a bounce off this level here, I guess. So I do want to see price take out this wick though. But that's my thoughts on SWE. CFX is also on my radar. I'll be honest with you guys. This token, I'm kind of bullish on this token here, guys. We spoke about it on Wednesday, but I'm looking at the broader picture here. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, look at this. I want price so basically it's forming a bit of a flag, right? I want to see price get above this level. I'm gonna go long today. I'll send the signal today. I'm super bullish on CFX right here. I don't really understand this project, but I know what price action is telling me. And basically, guys, we're looking at quite a big move here. I'll be honest with you. If we get a 4-hour candle close above 1862, I'm gonna go long here. Back up to around about 0.35. That is your target. You're looking at an 89% move because this thing pumps, guys. This is a massive flag pattern. If we get a breakout above this level here, that would confirm a massive pump as well. So this is a token that I'm looking at for longs today. CFX, guys. Also one of the biggest gainers of the week as well. So you want to play the momentum, okay? CFX definitely on the radar today. I will be posting that in the Telegram group, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. There is a Telegram group that we do promote here. I do post all the setups in the group over here. There's for the altcoins, and then for Bitcoin, Andy and Dev will post their setups over here. So make sure you guys do join that. It's really simple. Just there's a link in the bio, in the description. So just join it, and yeah, it's really short. All right, so back to the charts. I mean, honestly, like for me, this looks so clean. I will be looking at a long here today once we get a 4-hour close above this level. The reason why above this level is I'll show you on the 1-hour time frame. It just makes sense. There's a massive fair value gap from this previous swing over here to the swing over here. You want to start closing it back above resistance over here, and then we look for continuation to the upside, right? So everything's pointing to the upside for CFX right now. Can we take the trade right now below resistance? I don't think so. Personally, I wouldn't, right? We are below resistance. Although it's looking bullish, you can't trade based on your emotions, right? We obviously did get a breakout over here as well, or not yet though, on the lower time frames, but I would wait for a 4-hour or a 1-hour candle close above this level, and then we go long. Okay, so I will be posting that setup today. Hopefully we do get it. It has been quite a dry week worth of trading because market hasn't really given much. But yeah, this is the Solana setup. If you guys did just join, I'm waiting for this as well. And yeah, Ethereum, also waiting for Ethereum, yeah, guys. So Ethereum's actually pumping to our level. So yeah, we've got quite a few setups aligning today. Right. Dylan, do you think Theta will perform poorly? Let's have a look at Theta. Yeah, I'm actually liking the setup here for Ethereum, yeah. Rock your body, go on, your body. Okay, let's have a look at Theta. I think I sold most of my Theta a while ago. I used to have a lot of Theta back in the day, though. It was long ago. So long ago. Alright, let's have a look at Theta here quickly. Yeah, I mean, this was my buy zone. I don't know when that was, but I was looking for price to come to this level. I think I don't think we go all the way back up to the highs. On the weekly time frame, we're obviously still holding support. It's just looking super rangy. The only thing that we can really do here for Theta is, it's just wait for a breakout, I guess. So you would want to see price get above this level here on the weekly time frame, right? Because that's your previous support and resistance, right? That's a fair value gap as well. We need to start getting back above here, because whenever we do get above this level, then we start pumping to these highs. So I think max Theta can go like this. The cycle is probably just these highs. This is the weekly time frame, so just bear that in mind. These are weeks, guys. So what I'd probably look at something is, I don't think it's buying it right now. I mean, you could put your stop loss below here, but I think just wait for the weekly candle to go over here, and then we can look to play the range all the way back up here. So like you're looking at, from this current price, you're looking at like a 220% move. Yeah, the problem is we did break structure over here. That's the problem. So I'm not really interested in Theta at this level. It's just we're getting rejected right now. So Yeah, the only real thing to do here for theta, I mean, if you look at the daily time frame, we do have this potentially breaking out here. I guess that's the breakout though over here. Yeah, I'll just wait for the weekly close. I wouldn't force theta. I don't think it's a great token, I'll be honest with you. So, yeah, I'd wait for the weekly candle to close above like 1.056 for the longs. Yeah, so that's something to watch out for. But theta, yeah, I'm not really interested right now. Rock that body. And then OP, yeah, I'm still waiting for that bar zone to get hit. But I mean, I've been waiting for this to get hit. I'm still waiting for 0.625. We did break trend over here. I still think that there's downside, guys. You know, unless proven otherwise. I think the Ethereum taking long stay is definitely going to be the play. Honestly, I think Ethereum long stay is going to be the play if we do break out of here, because everything's just pointing to the upside for Ethereum. Solana, ETH, you know, Ethereum to Bitcoin. Bitcoin just ranges. If Bitcoin just goes sideways over here today, I'm happy with that because I do think that the alts will just look super clean. Total 3 wants to pump as well. Yeah, so everything's kind of pointing to the upside, guys. But we just have to be careful. It's all about these candles to close. You can't take the trade just based on, you know, right now because you think you're bullish or blah, blah, blah. Wait for price to close above this level here on the 15 or the 1 hour time frame. And then we can look for the longs. But yeah, I'm going to wait for that. I'm probably going to head off now. I think we've gone over quite a lot of coins for the day. And yeah, make sure you guys do join the Telegram group and all that. Everything's in the description. So yeah, it's just super chopped. Yesterday was so choppy. I didn't want to trade yesterday just because of I knew that we were going to get a massive sweep, and we did. So I was actually right by not trading. So I mean, oh bro, ENA, we were looking at this. I just don't understand how we don't retrace a little bit more here. You see, like these tokens that are pumping, guys, like ENA, CFX. It's so hard to get an entry. Like, I want to see price get above here, and then we take the longs. I want to see price retest this level and we take the longs, but yeah, it's just super annoying. We don't get those deep retracements. It's just so shallow. Some tokens, right? LTC is looking good. Okay, we need to focus on Ethereum, yeah, guys, because I think Ethereum's gonna break out, yeah. I think Ethereum's gonna break out, yeah. You know, if we start closing above here, I mean, this is looking super. I mean, yeah. I think it's looking super juicy, I'll be honest with you. Like I said earlier, guys, it's better being long right now than short. And yeah, we can all agree, right? I mean, market's just bullish, right? It's just what I was just a little bit skeptical, you know, jumping. You know, Sweet is bouncing off this level. I was expecting price to come down a little bit more to take out these lows. Interesting. All right, so I will be posting the setup in the group if we do obviously close above here. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone for joining, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone for joining. Make sure you do like the stream. And yeah, join the group. I will be trading this weekend. There won't be a stream or anything. I will be looking at some charts potentially. But yeah.